Welcome back, SuicideFantasyFootball.com, coming back to you with our 2012 running back bust. These are the guys you want to stay away from.
If you checked our videos out last year, we were money. This is where we hit it time after time after time.
We told you not to take Peyton Hillis. We told you not to take Jamal Charles. Not to take D'Angelo Williams.
Not to take LeGarrette Blount.
Not to take LeGarrette Blount unless you get points for punching.
That's right.
So listen, trust me, this is where we're going to help you win your fantasy football league. Jim, start with your bust.
My number one bust. As a fantasy player, I can't stand the guy Ryan Matthews. Everybody loves him. They're predicting he's going to have a breakout season. He's going to break out his leg or break out his knee. He can't get through a full season. He was frail in college when there was only 240-pound people hitting him. Now there's 300-pound people. He's not getting through the whole season. He's not worth an early draft pick. I would totally stay away from Ryan Matthews. Number two, Michael Turner. He's a guy that people are going to be taking in the second round, and he's just slowly declined year after year after year. They're throwing the ball every chance they get. They have all kinds of air targets there. Michael Turner is not going to be in a league.
And Jim, unlike last year, they're going into this season saying Jacquizz Rodgers is going to get a lot of those, or going to get a decent amount of those carries. So even the Falcons aren't believing that Michael Turner's their workhorse anymore.
Number three, I got a guy that everybody seems to be high on, and I don't see it. Doug Martin. Everybody's talking about him being a sleeper, him being a breakout player. I don't see it at all. No matter what, LeGarrette Blount is an NFL running back. He might not be the greatest, but when you go into a season and you're competing against two guys like that, you can't pick a guy like that and depend on him to give you the points every week. I don't think Tampa Bay is going to be that good. I don't like their offense. I definitely wouldn't count on somebody to be my sole running back from theirs. Number four, Beanie Wells. I've said it all year. I've said it last year. He might be a good college guy. He's an injury risk. He's already hurt now. He's not even playing. Ryan Williams is going to be the starting running back by week 4 no matter what he does. I definitely think I'd be staying away from Beanie Wells. And number 5, people aren't going to want to hear it, but Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is still on the PUP list. He's coming back from a gruesome injury. He was hurt later on. Toby Gerhart's going to get a lot of the points, and people are talking about him still being a top 12 running back, and there's no way in the world he's going to have that type of season. 2013 might be a totally different story, but right now, this year, I'm totally away from Adrian Peterson.
Starting out, Jim, with the same top 5 bust. I believe Ryan Matthews is going to be a disappointment, and people are talking about picking him in the first 5 picks in the draft. To me, ridiculous. So I'm saying stay away from Ryan Matthews and wait to pick up off the waiver wire who becomes this year's Mike Tolbert or this year's guy who takes the place of Ryan Matthews. Number 2, MJD. And listen, this is a reversal, Jim, because last year you were down on MJD and I was high on him. But I just have a feeling, especially with a running back sitting out of camp and having the most pitiful offense to be a part of, which isn't much worse than last year. I do understand that. I just believe this year's MJD is starting to fall off here. Number 3, I've got Darren McFadden, just because I know now he's only going to be healthy if you're lucky for 12 games. And to me, you can't take an elite running back as a guy that is only going to be healthy for 12 games. Also, number 4, I've got another old veteran, Steven Jackson, Jim. He's my guy that I think this year is going to hit the 30-year-old
Sean Alexander Wall.
Sean Alexander Wall. And they've got Pede, Isaiah Pede behind them, who they really like. Looks very good early in camp. If you're going to take Jackson, definitely handcuff him late with Pede. But if I was you, I'd stay away from him. And number 5, only because I think he's going to get hurt, Jim. I just have a feeling it's not going to be one of the top 3 guys that signed a contract that gets hurt. It's not going to be McCoy, Arian Foster, or Ray Rice. It's going to be Matt Forte. I just have a feeling that Matt Forte is going to go down, and probably early.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
It's just a call. It's just a gut feeling. You know, there's no real, that's my one that I'm just going out there kind of on a limb to say, I just have a feeling
thrown against the wall.
He's going to be the guy that goes down.
Okay.
So that's who we think our busts are going to be. Like Jim said, look at last year's YouTube videos. You'll see when it comes to bust, that's one place we excel. Also, subscribe to our videos below. Tell us what you think. Jim at SuicideFantasySports.com. Eric at SuicideFantasySports.com. On Twitter, we're SFF Insider. Facebook, we're Suicide Fantasy Football. Monday night, 8 to 9, Fantasy Football Overload on Blog Talk Radio.